Last but not least, I wanted to talk to you about this hashtag. Now, I saw this just before I was about to do the show. I said, let me pull the show back. Let me get ready. I want to touch on this because we talk about politics a lot here, but we also talk about culture. We talk about social, like social things that come up in our pop culture, things that come up socially that affect us, that are also in the news. So I want to talk about this because there's a hashtag going around called Respect the Police. I got a couple clips I want to share with you of people and what kind of inspired this hashtag to come up. This is going to be some bad language. If you don't want to hear this, just turn down your volume. You'll see it and you'll know what's going on. You don't have to listen to the language, okay? You just need to know the context of what I'm about to talk about. Parental discretion is advised.
Buckethead!
Oh, they got me! Oh my God, they came over here to talk to them that they violated. Yo, they violated them! They violated them!
Yeah. You saw what you thought you saw. You cut your volume back up. You saw what you thought you saw. You just saw people throwing water on the police. That's right. Throwing water on the police. A police captain, I think it is, spoke to this on Twitter, and he put out this. The videos of cops being doused with water and having objects hurled at them as they made an arrest in Harlem is reprehensible. New York City cops and communities have made remarkable progress together, but every New Yorker must show respect for our cops. They deserve nothing less. In the first video, the one that was really cut off, there was a similar type of situation that occurred in Brownsville, New York. And someone threw like a ball or something, a balloon or something, hit a cop in the head with the balloon, like a water balloon or something like that, right? So they're doing the same type of disrespectful things with like water and objects with water in them. Buckets like you saw in the Harlem video. So that's what they were doing. And from that came a viral, on Twitter at least, hashtag respect the police, which I really don't have a problem with. I mean, I can understand why people would say respect the police. And I can understand how people would be like disgusted, like what's going on? Why would you do that to these cops? Like, or maybe people would be offended, like, because maybe they're cops or they're friends of cops or people in their family are cops. And they're like, well, my cousin's a good person. What are you talking about? What are you doing? Why would you disrespect a cop like that? Why would you do that? So I get it. I get that whole part of it. My thing is this. I've seen way too many people act way too excited, way too insulted, way over the top. We got two instances of, it appears to be young, silly people throwing water on cops. Two. And I know for a fact some of the people that are talking about this, acting totally outraged about it, weren't this outraged when Eric Garner got his life snatched by a policeman who still has a job. Some of you who are very, very pissed off about a little bit of water on a hot summer's day, getting on a cop's uniform. I don't remember you being this pissed off about Tamir Rice getting shot in the head after giving a warning for almost, 2 seconds to drop the toy gun he had at the park. Some of you are so pissed off about water balloons in July that I'm kind of taken aback because I don't remember you being pissed off at all about Sandra Bland getting slammed on the ground, or the little girls at the picnic that got slammed on the ground and the cop sat on her back, or the resource officer in the school body slammed the little girl at the desk and dragged her by her hair, or John Crawford getting shot in the Walmart holding a gun in an open carry state, or Philando Castile being shot in his own vehicle. Like, I don't remember you being that upset at all. Look, the problem that we have is that we don't have any rational, discourse about these issues. All we have is people jumping to their side. And when the reality is there are some horrific cops, and they're not just horrific cops, they are killer cops. But then we have good cops. We have cops that do their job. They risk their lives. So we have one side, we got people that cops can do no wrong. Cops are saints. They totally overlook there are horrible cops. Even cops know there's some horrible ass cops. You ever known any cops Cops will tell you privately, if you know a cop and you have a friend that's a cop, he'll tell you that he got some guys he worked with. He wouldn't want them to ever have to come to his house without him being there. Like, there are some horrible cops, and cops know it better than anybody else. So we got one side, these people who always stick up for cops no matter what, treat them like saints. Then we got these people that don't believe it's all possible that there are good cops. Like, they only see cops one way. It's just cops by the worst cop that ever existed in the world. That's the cop they want to judge him by. And that's wrong, too, because that's not any type of rational way to look at stuff. You can't just judge every police officer by the worst police officers ever existed. I mean, like, you know, like that one cop who raped all those black women, like, he's a horrible guy. But I don't think all cops run around raping people. So what we have, once again, is we have a situation, we have a dialogue that's controlled by our media, because our media does this the same way they do it with the Democrats and the Republicans. It's got to be this side against this side. They got to fight in order to create what? Create clicks and views and buy-ins and to get viewership up. It's the same playbook, man. They do it all the time. Now, you can't blame the guys who won't have any rational approach to dealing with police brutality at all. The people that would explain away why Officer Pantaleo still wears a badge and even got a raise after killing Eric Garner. Or the people that think that all cops are killers and all cops are horrible people and put all the cops in the same bucket when there are cops who would die for you, put themselves in harm's way for you, who didn't get the memo that they're supposed to be racist or corrupt. But the problem is, as always, you never know which one you're going to get. But there's someone who has received or had my brush with all kinds of cops, from good to the bad to the ugly. I'll tell you that they are people. And it is dangerous and it is frightening not knowing which one you're going to deal with, especially when it's your children or your wife that's got to deal with them. But the way to deal with them, I don't think, is to do this. In fact, I know it's not to do this. It's not to throw water on cops because you're pissed off about Officer Pantaleo. But I'm also not going to act like it's the worst thing I've ever seen, because it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. The worst thing I've ever seen is a young man's brains laying on the sidewalk when he had a pocket knife. And then a police force covered it up, and that police force is the Chicago Police Department. That was more horrible than the water. Sorry. But what we really need, and I always say we need a lot of stuff. We need a lot of things. It ain't just one thing, right? We need good officers to be able to tell on bad officers. We need an environment where they actually could do that. And we need a better way to kind of like pick good officers from bad officers. And gosh, we need a oversight committee, and we need oversight the oversighters, and we need body cams. We need to actually turn on the body cameras, which has been crazy. Like, how could you have body cameras? Kamala Harris said their officers didn't even demand that they cut on their damn body cameras. Like, I don't understand how you get body cameras and don't cut them on. So I don't have the answer, but I got the questions down pat, know them to the T. But if you can complain and you can make a viral hashtag go viral about respecting police, how about a hashtag respecting citizens? How about a hashtag saying get out corruption, stamp out corruption? How about a hashtag that says that those Baltimore police officers that got caught red-handed planting drugs, man, planting drugs on innocent people to get convictions? So when you all up in the arms about this water, I'm wondering why that guy put that coke, that officer was allowed to put that coke on I don't know how many innocent people. Or in Ferguson, when we found out that they were just over-policing these people, like lions hunting gazelles, just to fund the police department. That's all they did. Tickets for everything. Ticket for looking funny. Ticket for walking across the street. Ticket for stepping off the sidewalk. Ticket for this. Ticket for that. Ticket. This was all in the Justice Department investigation. So we got a lot of horrible things, a lot of things wrong, and a lot of communities that feed off of the citizens in those communities. You already know this stuff, right? And I know all of that, and I know more than that. I'm not even going to go into everything we know, but you still don't need to be throwing water on the cops. Because in my opinion, the biggest gang in America is the police. I don't think it's smart. And I don't think it solves anything. And even the guys in the video were like, can you believe this? I can't believe they doing this. Yeah, because it's like stupid. Really stupid. So, hashtag respect the police. I'm with that. Hashtag respect the police. Hashtag respect citizens. Hashtag won't we respect each other. Hashtag respect your damn self. Hashtag respect everybody, respect everybody. But at the end of the day, it's just about clicks and views. It's an isolated incident. Cops have stressful jobs, that's true. But I don't like the fact that cops are talking about they're afraid and they get to shoot people willy-nilly because they're afraid. And the police union has to take up for them in all cases. Once again, this is a nuanced issue. It's not cut and dry. It's on a case-by-case basis is how we need to look at it. But if you're going to be outraged about some dumb kids throwing water bottles or water balloons on some officers and a bucket of water on officers, then you need to be outraged about the buckets of blood that came out of that came out of civilians. When I think there was alternatives and de-escalation. But to those two officers in this particular video, you show the restraint of saints. I just hope you maintain that when the cops or when the cameras aren't rolling or when your body cam's turned off. All right.